start where, well, we should start week 1, Ontario at Lexington, and look at that, a tip to himself. It's the Warriors outside linebacker Avery Hooks, 48-yard pick six. Ontario did not get the win, but they got the play of the week. Pretty impressive, boys. Look at that.
You know, like I said, turnovers are a killer, and they make for big plays for the defense. Even worse when they turn into scores for your offense. So great play by the Ontario Warriors that time.
More Lexington in week 2. They're at Shelby, the Minutemen. It's a 73-yard halfback pass. Kaydan hooking up with Alex Green, and nobody, and I mean nobody, maybe even the whole state can catch that kid in the open field. When he gets running in a straight line, he's gone.
Yeah, there's a reason the University of Toledo wants him. A little tomfoolery to start this game. I believe this was their first play from scrimmage, if I remember correctly. So for them to be able to execute this play, that's obviously a fresh Kaydan as well. So the Minutemen, that was probably one of the few times they got to celebrate that was a nice looking play there.
More Lexington, 3 weeks in a row, Clear Fork at Lex, and look at the one-handed snag by the Colts, Jackson Myer. Take one more look here, fellas. 35 yards on this. Who needs the left hand when you can just use the right?
You know, the Clear Fork Colts are, I think it might be a well-kept secret. There's an awful lot of athleticism down in the valley.
Yeah, they got some dudes. WID Christian at Lucas. This was the Cubs running back, the junior Ethan Sauder, 48-yard touchdown run. When you watch this one more time in slow motion, it's like, where does the football go? They completely confuse you. And then there goes Sauder. He's gone. They have a little bit of just ball movement in the backfield, and that's a lot of times that they can spring their runs. Certainly worked on that one right there. Week 5, Pleasant at Shelby. Whippets, Blaine Bowman, the sophomore, going to get loose. 62-yard touchdown reception. And you got to go say what's up to the students, right?
Yeah, Blaine had a heck of a sophomore year. That was a good job by McGuire out there keeping the play open. Blaine's going to have a lot of plays like this over the next 2 years.
That's 62 yards, and that's not even nearly his longest one of the year. He had a real long one in the playoff game.
Next one, we're going to do East Knox at Northmoor. Both teams were undefeated at the time, but the Bulldogs' Caleb Gallwitz was like, nah, dude, we'll take the goose egg in the loss column. 57 yards. He's going to take this thing all the way into the end zone. And when we run it back again, it looks like he's bottled up, but some kids are just too special to get tackled.
That's great vision that time by Gallwitz. He was able to make this cut right here. As you see, this cut right here shows his vision of the whole field. And now he's just going to turn on the speed and beat everybody to the end zone.
Stiff arming his own guy, Brian. Get out of the way.
By any means necessary to get those 6 points. Howard, Ohio, rising up right there on that play. We'll move on to week 7 now. It's Ontario at Clear Fork, and we talked about, well, the guys that the Colts got. Kurt, this one's Deven Freeman, just a sophomore. He shakes loose, 83-yard touchdown run. This was kind of in garbage time, but he stepped up, he got his time, and he made it count.
Yeah, look at that move right there. He sees the field after talking about it. That goes a long way, that vision right there.
And look at the right hand. It's like he's swimming. You know what I mean? Like, you can always tell fast players when they get that hand moving in that motion.
Hey, an entire offseason for the Colts, man. Look for them to be back in the playoffs again next year.
This is Mansfield at Worcester. In my opinion, this is the play of the year that I covered. Effie's having a heart attack over here watching this thing. It's Micah McKee, game-winning 21-yard reception. This clinched the OCC championship. Tigers could have won the game with a stop.
I think the evidence might suggest that maybe he was out of bounds with
Yeah,
that
it was a close call. But you know what, though, Effie, we have solace, buddy, because the TY Tigers are still playing this week.
Yeah, I talked to Shelby after that game, and he said if there's a good loss, that was it, because they've been refocused since then.
Week 9, Harding at Clear Fork, and once again, Jackson Myer making the list. 39 yards here on the touchdown reception. Just a lot of dudes out there that they can put on the perimeter for the Colts.
Yeah, when you got athletes that you can put all over the field and you got a solid running game, these types of big plays are going to be available. This team's got to play some man coverage, and you know they have great athletes. This deep ball pass was a great example.
Clear Fork at Shelby in week 10, our last play. And again, it's the Colts. It's Gabe Blauser, a new name, 81 yards. As he shakes loose and he's gone, man, they got some speed too out there in the valley.
Yeah, I think they had like 29 guys or something like that run under, or at least a 4.9 or under. So in the valley, there's plenty of speed.
So that's the top 10 plays of the season. According to you, the fans, we're going to have a vote. You tell us what the top play was from 2019.